Welcome to another rendition of the Storm Report, a special edition this time as we preview all of the spring sports. In this particular edition, I'm sitting with head softball coach Tere Webber. And Coach Webber, coming off your first year in the GAC, kind of an unusual year for you guys. As you know, the 4 previous years you guys had over 30 wins, and the 2 previous years to last year had over 40 wins and an NAIA national tournament berth. You know, last year kind of a struggle to an extent, but talk about maybe some of the learning experiences and what you guys gained from playing in that first year in the Great American Conference.
I think we didn't allow for the scheduling. I think that was that's the biggest difference. We went from playing Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays to having plenty of rest for pitchers to playing Friday doubleheader, Saturday doubleheader back to back, and not having enough pitching and then having some pitchers go down. I think that was the biggest difference, and I think it was evident because that's where we kind of fell. We were weak, and our hitting was still at the top of the conference. Our defense was still at the top of the conference. So I just think we did know how to plan, and now we understand the difference of playing back-to-back days and the same team instead of playing a different team every other day.
Maybe a lot of people didn't realize how young maybe your team was, and at times you had a lot of freshmen and sophomores in the lineup. How much do you think a season like that and playing against some high-quality opponents in the conference has matured those underclassmen?
And I think that's going to pay off this year. We definitely need that. We've got infield with experience. We have outfielders with experience. The only thing, you know, we don't have right now is we have a whole new pitching staff and all new catchers, but I think they'll grow up quickly, and I think the older kids are giving them good leadership. So
you've already kind of touched on it. Let's work our way around the diamond. Let's start inside the circle. Talk about who's going to be in the circle. I know we've got some new faces and maybe some exciting things to come inside the circle.
It is exciting. We do have one old face, but new face as a pitcher. So Kylie Lang will be doing some duty on the hill, and I think she's actually been throwing really well. She threw well in the fall, so we're excited, and she's excited to kind of take on a new challenge. So she's got the leadership and the maturity of an older player, but yet some new excitement also throwing. And then we have 2 transfers, Kayla Wyatt out of Purcell from Nebraska, Omaha. She is going to help us tremendously. I mean, you know, she's a little All-City Pitcher of the Year, and then we have Andy Frazier, who's a transfer, and she was a little All-City Pitcher of the Year. So we've got some good kids with winning traditions in their background, and that's huge. When you know how to win, and when you expect to win, even though you don't have maybe the college experience yet, they still have that kind of experience. So I think that's going to pay off. And then Ashley Potter, she's a freshman, and I just nicknamed her today the Machine. I haven't ever had a pitcher that will work as hard as she does, so that has to pay off. So we're real excited. They all throw different, and I think that will benefit us.
Some big shoes to kind of fill from behind the plate, and also I guess at third base is Amy Madden finally steps out of the program, and I mean, and those are shoes that may not, I mean, talk about academically to athletically, almost impossible to fill, but you can also maybe do it by committee or do it some other different things. But also, talk about what Amy left as far as part of a legacy, and then talk about who we got behind the plate.
You don't replace Amy Maddens. You just don't. They don't come around very often. They're that caliber of player and student. So hopefully what she left behind will be a legacy that encourages other players to play in her footsteps, to try to reach her goals, to be the best athlete, to be the best, to work the hardest, to put in the time. All those things that she did were examples, and I hope that will carry over. You know, I think we've got 3 different catchers that could catch, 2 freshmen and another transfer, Kylie Webb from West Texas A&M. She's a Putnam City girl, and then we have 2 Texans that we're going to try to break in. You know, they're not used to this Oklahoma weather, so they're having a little bit of a culture shock of this coldness, and then 70 and then 20, and they don't know how to handle it, but they're hardworking kids, and I think any of the 3 we'll see. They're all going to get a shot.
Let's talk about your infield. You've got a very veteran infield for the most part with, Casey Acker, Lindy Fluman, Megan Blevins, all who are solid at the plate, solid in the infield. That's got to add a lot of confidence. You really only have one spot to fill within your infield.
Exactly. Third is kind of our open that everyone's kind of fighting for. But then, you say that, but we're too deep in every spot. Haven't been ever, I don't even remember the last time we've been too deep in every spot. So the new kids and young kids are pushing the older ones. They know if they don't stay working hard and being the best they can be, that someone can take their place. But right now, one of the catchers, Hannah LeBeau, she could play third. Sadie, we'd love for her to step up and bring that bat to the game and come play some third. And then Kendall Freer, she's a transfer. She's a redshirt freshman. She was at a school in North Carolina, so she's been other places and knows what it takes. So we'll just see who steps up. Let's
talk about your outfield a little bit. I mean, there's pretty much no doubt who's going to be at the top of the lineup for you, and Kylie Lang, who also can sit pitch and play a little bit of outfield. You also have Whitney Linder returning, Courtney Wiley. Who's going to be kind of the ones to look for in the outfield?
That's what we're looking to see. We have 6 outfielders, so again, a lot of depth and a lot of hard work, all of them trying to find a spot. And Kat Lerma is a senior, and she's really been working hard. So we have Sam Smith. She's a freshman. She could break into the lineup. And then Larissa Rivera's been working really hard. So we have 2 that are hurt. We're going to redshirt Jill Clemens. I just don't think her shoulder's ready. Then Kaylee Yeager is a junior transfer. And she could help us in a lot of areas, but she had surgery over the break, and it was a little more than she thought, so we don't know what's going to happen with her yet. But she could come in and be an impact. She's very quick. She's got a great arm. So, there's a lot of bright stuff out there, and we're excited. We're just trying to not worry about where we're going to end up, but just to be the best we can be every day and get better every day.
Seems like you guys have no fear in who you want to play. You guys will continue to go out and play whoever wants to play you at any time, any place. I mean, I see on the schedule the defending national champion, Central Oklahoma. You guys go out and play in a UAM 8-state classic who's going to be loaded, another loaded field. The GAC with teams at times ranked in the top 10, top 25, in Southeastern. East Central has been tough. Arkansas Tech, Monticello's a powerhouse in the program. You take a look at the schedule, it can be daunting, but I think you guys also look at it as bring it on.
That's kind of what we think. It's not about who we're playing, it's more about us. How are we going to play? We're going to, we want to take the field with the best that we can do. We want to be in the classroom the best we can be. We want to be the best for each other. So if we're focused on that, then we don't have to worry about the pressure of who it is and what the score is. Just go be better and play and outwork everybody that we play.
If we could set it up like kind of A, B, and C goals, what are some of the goals that you guys have set for yourselves, and what are maybe some of the personal goals?
Well, that's a good question to ask them because we have done that, and I asked them to write that in their notebooks. But it's kind of a personal thing. As far as our team, it has been just to not look at yesterday and maybe the problems that you had or the bad practice that you had or the bad game or the bad at-bat, but take each day and each pitch, one pitch at a time, and be the best you can be in that one pitch, and then that takes all the pressure off.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us. Good luck to this season.
Thanks.
Thank you guys for joining us on the Storm Report and a softball season preview. Don't forget to check out our other season previews of the spring sports in golf, baseball, and tennis. And don't forget you can always check us out on social media at Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Just search for SNU Athletics. Thank you.